Hey, my name's James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about the latest Halifax property data. This has got the latest house price data. It's a little early this month. We normally get this in the second week of the month, but there's a lot going on this week. We've got the Bank of England meeting. That's going to make the news cycle quite busy. So I expect that they wanted to get this data out before. We're going to cover the regions that are doing best in the market at the moment and where is doing the worst at the moment, how much houses are up or down on an annual basis, and much, much more. Now, before we jump into this, this is the Halifax data. We're always going to get someone jump in the comments and say, 1 week you're saying house prices are going up, then you're saying they're going down. We had nationwide data last week that said prices were down according to their data. This is the Halifax data, and this is just the properties that they deal with. This is not talking about what's going on with NatWest or Virgin or the ONS. This is the Halifax data, who are a very big lender. And so we should always look at all the data sources to get a real understanding on what's actually happening in the market. Now, before we jump into this, as always, if you haven't done, subscribe to the channel over there and hit the bell notification. We're on the way to 23,000 subscribers. It's possible we'd hit that this week if you subscribe right now. And while you're here, smash the like button, tickle the like button, do something to that like button. That really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. And you're just an all-round great person if you do it. So, what's Halifax saying today? Remember, this is not James Nicholson. This is Halifax, before you jump into me in the comments. So, Halifax, they are saying that in April, house prices are up 0.1%. So, not much the difference here nor there. Nationwide said they were down about a similar amount. And that could be down to a number of things. Maybe one of these lenders gets more properties up north. Maybe one of them gets more properties down south, or maybe one of them gets bigger properties and one of them gets more flats and smaller properties. You've got to take into that with any data that you're looking at. But Halifax, they're saying that the housing market is up marginally. Now, they're saying that average house prices in March were £288,000, 781. That's in March. Now, in April, they're up slightly. So how much are they worth? £288,949. So a smidge up, which is good, right? It's not going to kill anyone either way. It's not going to impact affordability massively. It's not going to save you a ton of money either. But it's interesting to see that the house prices are moving up according to them. Now, they are saying that, well, the March data that they had wasn't so good. So Halifax said in March, house prices were down. We talked about that on this channel. 0.9% down in March. So on an annual basis, the increase that they're saying now is 1.1%. So it's not looking like a crash at this moment in time, but things are definitely changing. So the nationwide had 2 back-to-back months of house price drops. Now Halifax had 1 up, 1 down, but if you add those 2 together, it's more down than it is up, because we went down 0.9 and we've only gone up 0.1. Now, Halifax have also broken down what's going on in a regional sense of things. And the 2 most extreme performing places are in Northern Ireland. House prices on an annual basis are up 3.4%. We've covered that in recent videos. Northern Ireland has been doing quite well in the 12-month rolling cycle at the moment. So look, if you're investing, or maybe you live there and you're looking to buy, maybe have a look at that data, see if that data could be useful to you to buying or selling a property. Maybe you're selling it at the peak. Who knows for sure? So that's interesting to see there. Now, the worst performing place at the moment, which is where a chunk of my properties are, is in the southeast. We are down 1.1%, which is quite a bit. And that's, especially if you've got a portfolio like me, that's going to be a big chunk of cash out of your property value. And so it's interesting to get these data sources. So we like to look at data sources from the ONS, the Office of National Statistics. We look at the Rightmove data. We look at the nationwide data. We look at the Halifax data. And that just gives us an overall impression. Now, what this does show us, because we do get comments on the channel every single day to say, one day you say the house prices are up, one day you say the house prices are down. And in either of those videos, if I'm saying it's up or down, they're not really big movements either way. It's not often in the last 2 years of running this channel that we've had a month go up more than 1% or down more than 1%. The market is relatively flat at the moment. Now, if you want to take into account inflation, which has been probably on average 6-7% for the last 2 years, it was obviously 10%, it's now at 3.something%, then house prices in real terms are actually cheaper. So what is going to impact house prices at the moment? Well, interest rates, mortgage interest rates, the rate that we pay, you pay, I pay, those rates have been going up in the last few weeks. That is going to impact people's affordability. But it also means that some people will just leave the market. Maybe someone's considering buying and they're going to say, you know what, I'm going to wait. I'm going to delay my purchase until I'm more confident that interest rates are going to go down. Because we know at some point, because the Bank of England have said and the Federal Reserve have said that interest rates are going to go down. It's just a case of when is that going to happen? Inflation has been really sticky. That's meant mortgage rates have been higher for longer. We've also got conflict with in Israel and Gaza. We've got the Russia-Ukraine war. That's put up energy costs and put more uncertainty around the world, which has kind of kept that inflation higher for longer. Obviously, the people in those areas are going through really, really terrible circumstances as well. So my heart goes out to them. And this is really impacting the interest rates and the global economy as well. And so we've got to keep an eye on all of these things. Now, as a property investor, should you be worried about going up 0.1 or down 0.9? Not really. Because if you're looking to buy a deal, if I'm looking to buy a deal, I'm never going to buy a deal unless I'm at least getting 5 or 10% off as a minimum of that property. And so I'm also going to look for a property that I can add value to. I'm not going to be buying a new build property where I can't add any value to. In fact, it's probably going to go down because it's a new build after the initial purchase. And so these things are the considerations we have as property investors. And we have a program called The Fundamentals of Property Investing. It's less than 50 quid, while everyone else is selling their courses for 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 pounds. We've got the same stuff for less than 50 quid. So I'm going to link below that. So go and check that out. Now is a great time to get those skills and knowledge and really understand how the market is. Now, while you're here, make sure you smash that like button. Comment below, where do you feel house prices are going to end up by the end of 2024? Do subscribe. Do check out some more content on my channel, including this video right here.